Recording in progress.
What it do, what it do, what it do. It is your boy, Andrew Schultz, a.k.a. Mr. Goody Two Shoes. And who am I with, as always? Joseph Huggins, a.k.a. Old Man Huggie. Talk shit or get off the pod. Episode 208. You know, in this federal government here, I always say every accusation is a confession. And so is this one by Ice. Ice is a fucking bitch. Welcome, motherfuckers.
Ice is lame, but
hey, we over in the Spotify realm, we get away with a little bit more. Like I know
true.
you have the YouTube algorithm because the audience, Joseph deals with the video content. I deal with the audio content. Much more liberal. The Danes or the Swedes, whoever Swedes, is it Spotify Swedish?
Yeah, I mean, and we have way more listeners. If we had as many viewers as we did listeners when we did it live, it would be totally different ball game. But it's just like it's fun to record it because we do it this way, so it's kind of nice to give people another angle. But yeah, man, they're on your ass about that stuff for sure. They're super strict. I mean, luckily I don't know if I told you the strike that we had for the streaming of Lethal Weapon 2. I got that taken down. So
you got
yeah.
to take it.
So it's just it expired.
I was just talking about screenplayers this weekend randomly. That was a movie podcast Joseph and I briefly had. It's because I was bringing up how like the Oscars were like the week before we were supposed to record episode 1 where Will Smith slapped Chris Rock.
Yeah,
I was telling that stories about screenplayers. So
and we got struck midstream. They like shut my shit down. They were like,
midstream, dog.
And we didn't even know because we were just vibing and streaming. What's even crazier, that episode, the band, Facebook don't give a fuck. That's what's even crazier is,
really?
yeah, they never,
Well, see,
it was just
thing.
with
It's
YouTube.
When you're
Twitch.
multi-platform like us, you have to deal with, we have like 8 baby daddies or,
Yeah.
I like to call Spotify our sugar daddy.
Shout out, baby daddies.
Shout them out.
Yeah,
Never met one I liked.
If you listen, you should watch the stream because it's chill. I don't really actually plug it that much. We tell them to like and watch and stuff, but it's kind of, we just kind of vibe it out, which I've always appreciated about the pod is we don't really edit it or change anything. We just like sit here and talk. It's like been very straightforward. But yeah, you gotta watch the rhythms. Spotify, you can say a lot more crazy shit and get away with it.
Yeah, you just say it's explicit, but same thing with no, I guess not on YouTube.
No, YouTube's
I'd say it's not meant for kids.
Yeah, well, it's even
then you can also
has profanity.
Yeah.
But then that just means you get less views. That's really what it is. It's like it's not going to spit you out in the algorithm on home pages. Sometimes we have some really like not gimmicky, but I get come up with some good titles, catchy shit. We're normally pretty topical. Like we could literally change the title to the episode like 2 minutes before. Like it's normally something that roundabout.
Because we got it like that.
And but I mean because like we do it. Like I mean I'll be working all day and it'll be like, okay, we're doing the podcast in like 3 hours, and I have to like come find these articles, glance over them.
Joseph's telling you how much preparation he really puts in right here.
It's all of the stories that we do, topics that we cover, things like that, unless it's some wild jewel heist that I'm super excited about. It's pretty.
I think everybody was excited about it.
We've talked about articles that came out like an hour before we go live, to where it's like we're looking for that stuff, and if shit changes in today's just political and world climate, so it's almost good. But we're not like, okay, it's Sunday. This is what we're going to talk about on Tuesday because shit changes. Like.
Well, I know in the beginning of the podcast, whenever before Joseph got on board, like the very, very, very beginning, with the super producer, it would be the episodes come out like a week later, and I would never know when they were gonna come out, and I was always like pushing for it, like yo, we're just release it, but but it was more finance like focused, and so it wasn't like current events necessarily, so it kind of worked.
Yeah, and I mean, we do talk. I mean, I guess it has strayed, but all of these things have become such amalgamation. I love that word of in the same pot where you almost can't separate like discussions on education or without talking about our political climate, without talking about like special interests in business being involved. And it's all like, I mean, I think I have two articles today that are around wait, did you add one in there? You did
Yeah,
add one
everyone.
in there. Yeah. But yeah,
I
so
mean,
there's three.
Iran is in our top 10 listeners
No,
of
no, 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 no,
of
no.
70 countries. So it's like I figured, like, how are we not going to talk about like the fall of the motherfucking mullahs?
No, I know, but I'm just, yeah, I figured that's something you would just bring up because sometimes there's
Oh,
things
I
that
was
aren't
going to,
articles that,
but I
yeah.
just figured,
Yeah.
I put it in there as a placeholder, you know, make sure that we bring it up because sometimes I
But
just
yeah,
get
we
caught
could
up.
bring back, we could roll back screenplayers. We could do it. I've thought about it and it's like kind of reformatting it. So we'll talk off air about it, but I've thought about that where we could do it.
I just want to do it because I think it's the best name I've come up with, except for talk shit or get off the pod.
But I
I
am switching platforms, not that we stream on, but I use a software that like I think I bitched before where I could stream on all these different platforms and now they've limited it and they want me to pay them more for some reason, even though I was paying a subscription. So I'm like, fuck that. I can rebuild it, a different layout and stuff like that. I'm gonna do a little bit more cool shit. So switch it up at, in due time. But how have you been? What's
I've been
up?
good.
What's new?
Shit, I don't know. More NDA signed. No, I mean, no, I just had a great weekend.
That's good. Shout out good weekends.
Yeah,
Um, that's good, man. Yeah, I'm vibing. It's still kind of warm here, so it's kind of fucking with me. It's
it's hot for like the first time in a long time here. It's been really, 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 really windy and then raining. You know, atmospheric rivers, your favorite
yeah,
out here dumping more
yep,
water than the Mississippi on us.
yep. Let's go, make it
Oh,
rain.
so I think you've declared this for California like maybe multiple times, or maybe I have, that we were out of a drought.
What did I?
I don't know. I think one of us might have
I
said
think
it,
you might have. I would. You've said that. I would never claim anything for California. I'd be like, I'm
you better
speaking.
not, homie. But no, officially, the first time in like I forget like 20 something years, that we're out the drought. There's not a single patch of California that is in like any like not in the yellow, orange, red, purple of drought. So shout out. We got the water, Trump, for the next fires, homie. We did it. Now we
Yeah,
just
I
gotta
said
rake.
that's not what
Now we
I
just
heard.
gotta
I
rake
heard
the
you guys didn't
forest. We
have
gotta
any
rake the
water.
forest leaves. We gotta rake the
He
leaves though.
doesn't want it to come down or something. Trump
Dude, and
said the
then
cell says there's no water. I don't know who to
he's the
believe.
one who opened the motherfucking reservoir and like let out like 3 billion gallons. Like, didn't he do that? I keep bringing this up.
But
Nobody
didn't you
talks
get
about
it?
it.
But did you get it all back?
No, I mean, did you know
You're not
that
in a drought.
energy is neither destroyed nor created? You know what I'm saying? So the water went somewhere, but it's not in the reservoir, dog, where we need it. But now we're good. We're good.
But you could fill the reservoir again, could you not?
But I mean, well, it depends. How we'll just see. Like, because what I predicted this a couple years ago. Uh, Florida might just disappear with climate change. California, tropical rainforest.
Ooh,
I told you
tropical.
there's gonna be winners and losers, dog. This is gonna be Kauai now. We're gonna be Kauai, wettest place on earth.
Damn.
Oh, I thought that was your mom's pussy, Joseph. I
God
was
damn,
kidding.
bro. What the fuck, bro? That's not cool at
It
all.
was it was just sitting there, dude. It was sitting
Just
there.
vibing.
Sorry,
Substitute
sorry,
teaching. That's fucked
sorry.
up, bro. Um, yeah, well, that's why when people are like, "Oh, Texas," I'm like, no. If the sea levels rose, it would take so long for the water to get to like north central Texas. It would just be like I'd be
Would it?
like,
Would it?
yeah, I'd
Yeah,
have to go. I have to fill up the valley which is like subterranean and infinity.
bro, the Gulf's right there. Gulf of America is right there.
No, I
Gulf of
think they said
Mexico.
if
The Gulf of Mexico might have taken a while. Gulf of America, it's gonna get right there,
no,
dude.
I think I can't remember where I saw it. So statistics are bullshit. But something that like if the sea levels rose like a foot or two, let's say it rose 2 feet, that Austin would basically be beachfront property. All of South Texas would, but it would all fill in. Like all that area is just like lowlands, flat bullshit. It looks like the bottom of an old ocean, actually.
Well, the
Um,
thing is, it's like if it's rising 2 feet, it's because like the glaciers are melting, right?
yeah,
And then it's like, whoa, and then the glaciers are the ones that reflect the fucking sun. So then it just like kind of snowballs, no pun intended. And then so I think if it goes 2 feet, it goes four.
but if
And
it,
then you're in Dallas, and then
everybody's
Dallas is
just
knocking at your door, dog.
everybody's gonna be in Antarctica, dog.
Everybody's wet. That's why we get. That's why we need Greenland.
Pangea, where you at? Let's unite.
I don't know. I don't know. These motherfuckers still buy like paying $25 million for like Malibu beachfront property. It's like, dude,
Yeah, what are you
ew.
doing? That's how you're just like, I have so much money that I want to spend it all before I die.
Yeah, you
Right?
better be old. Yeah, better be old. And then you don't give a shit about climate change, anyways.
Yeah, you never did. That's
Yeah.
you're like, I
Yeah.
won't be here to see it.
Yeah.
These Gen Xers and their haircuts.
Yeah.
Blacks are moving into my neighborhood. You're like, oh Jesus, Grandpa, what the fuck? This is wild. Like I'm just saying, they never gave a fuck about climate change.
No.
I got my beef with the boomers and with somewhat the greatest generation and how they've stopped. They thought they reached the finish line of being like inclusive and protecting people's rights, and they actually weren't even like halfway done with the race, and that's like now they don't care. They're like they want to fucking medal for I don't know. Because then they're the same people that you're realizing that there's more people were against the civil rights movement than I thought or I was led to believe when I was growing up. Boom. That's like was when you think about it when they teach you about it growing up. It's like everybody versus this system. They talk about like dissidents and
I
people,
know.
but
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. But like, what I wonder is how's it taught now?
exactly. Because then
Because
I was like, oh,
and also
everybody was like, fuck
this is something
yeah.
else I wonder is like all these people on TV who are like they're teaching what they're teaching in our schools. How the fuck do they know what the fuck people are teaching in schools? Are these people like where do you get this? How do you get this information other than your kids' homework?
Yeah.
You know, it's like, are you going into these schools, or is this just something people say? It's like, oh, the shit they're teaching them now. Like Bill Maher will say that. And it's like, Bill Maher, when's the last time you've been in a school, homie? I mean, I like Bill Maher, but you know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah,
dude,
but
you have
Bill
no.
Maher's also becoming and I appreciate him speaking his mind, but he says some pretty outdated shit
That's
sometimes.
fine. That's fine.
No,
That's
but
fine. But that's my point. My point is, bro, when's the last time you've been in a school? Like you, this is like what it's like. What you're saying is what you've heard, from someone else it's like, who is the original source of this information of what they're teaching in schools? Because it's not Bill Maher, and it's not me, because we don't have kids,
no,
But
no, no. But yeah, I think when you think about it, you're led to believe it's portrayed, or at least to us when we were younger, it was portrayed like it was like everybody versus the system, and the way they would talk about people who were anti. They made them seem like it was less people than it actually looked like. Does that kind of make sense? Like, I mean, while they do put like large crowds, and I was aware of how big it was, some of the way it's presented, like it wasn't presented, I'm assuming, the same way it is now, because now they're like, oh, on the news, like MLK released all of his nudes or whatever the fuck, like they're releasing the MLK files, like all the FBI wiretaps and stuff.
uh,
It's like to smear some. Anyways, I digress.
to smear him.
Yeah, now like that's the reason why
Uh,
they're like, and now it's not if getting to the park free day. You can't on MLK Day go to a national park for
but
free.
you can on Trump's
Trump's
birthday.
birthday. Get out of here, clown shoes. That's dumb. Black dude can't even get you in the park for
He just
free.
had an MLK parade out here today. It's like his birthday coming up pretty soon. Because yeah, right? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
MLK Day.
everybody knows MLK loved the park. That's not cool, man.
The national parks is what we're talking about.
I know, I just made that up, but you never know.
I think it's just because it's a national holiday. I don't think they weren't like specifically MLK. Trump's just like specifically taking that one off the table for some
Yeah,
stupid.
that's what I'm saying. But
He couldn't just add his birthday. He had to,
take.
because he had to keep it fair and
And
balanced.
who was the other person? There's someone else too. There's another black
No,
person.
no, it was Juneteenth.
Yeah, Juneteenth. Sorry,
which is like
every black
which I thought he was
person's.
the president when that became
Who
a
made
holiday.
it a federal holiday? He
Yeah. So
was.
what is
That.
he
Yep.
just isn't just like the like where he got rid of NAFTA, the North American Free Trade Agreement, and he got made it the USMCA, the US Mexico Canada Agreement, and then he's like this is the best agreement.
And he just knocked out his microphone mid Trump. No. Da, 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 da,
Here we
da,
go.
da, 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 da. And we're back.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. I bumped my shit. Uh Nobody's ever seen an agreement like this. US Mexico Canada agreement. And then he gets back in office and he's like, nope, tariffs. Tariffs till we get a better agreement. It's like, dude, you made the agreement that you said was the best agreement ever, and that's the one that it's like people don't call him on his own bullshit. It's like, dude, it's your agreement. Just like the Afghan pullout was his fucking agreement. Biden just did it.
That was his plan and his
Yeah,
timeline.
his
Yeah.
fucking plan. He just couldn't get it done, so Biden had to do it for him. And then he's like, "Oh, worst fucking thing ever." It's like you wanted the Taliban at Camp
Yeah.
David.
Buy this car. It's my favorite car. I love this car. As he drives away, look at that dude in that shitty car. You're like,
Yeah,
that is your car, or you're no, not even buy it. Just you want to borrow my car? Look at that shitty car.
yeah, he's
Isn't
the
that
worst.
yours? Nah, he's driving it. I would drive it way cooler.
All right, you want to go to therapy questions?
Yeah, but did you saw Jesse Ventura? I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, I sent you the video.
No, I know. I saw it as well. I saw it like 10 other places. He looks insane.
Uh, I thought he looked sharp.
Uh,
I came away from it because you and I care about Jesse Ventura.
no,
Uh, I came
deeply. I
away.
love
Yeah,
Jesse
yeah,
Ventura.
yeah. Friend of the pod, best friend of the pod besides George Santos. Uh,
Shout out George. Yeah, tweet me
yeah,
back,
yeah,
dog.
Jorge, Jorge.
Truth me, dog.
Um, get at us by Christ coin, by Christ coin.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh,
How much would we have to pay him on Cameo to do a
to
plug
pump Christ coin.
to pump Christ coin? How
Why have
much?
we not thought about that?
Well, I just did. Telling you, I'm firing on all cylinders right now, and that's a really good idea. Like, what would
Why
that
wouldn't we
cost?
get like multiple celebrities like that to do Christ coin commercials?
Conservative, because they're like
Yes.
really
Yeah.
go into that and like the manosphere.
Yeah.
Pay like Myron Gaines of Fresh and Fit, like
Oh
that
my God.
idiot to do a plug for Christ. Come on,
Oh,
guys, make sure you get
oh,
Christ
I
coin
cannot wait to rug pull you. Okay.
or Alpha coin. I'm sure that already exists. Some meatheads like, oh,
Doesn't even matter.
dude, I'm
Dude,
gonna
it doesn't
make.
even matter. I have 4 million. I got 4 million coins. Come on. We're good.
What's
We're
the
good.
what's the value of Christ coin right now?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Uh,
That's why we need you, Santos. We'll
it's
cut
like
you.
Doge. Think about it like Doge. Like I got into Doge when it was point in the it was 0 point and then five more zeros before any number
Yeah,
came besides a zero that of a penny when I bought it we killed it. Killed
yeah,
it.
we both did. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Not Doge, Shiba. I'm thinking
Oh,
Shiba. That was the
yeah,
that was
I
the
did
five
Doge.
zeros.
Yeah,
That was the
I
five
did.
zeros. I did Doge too, but like that was not five zeros because then that would be like we'd be like billionaires because that was like that got up to like 30 cents. I don't know what Shiba
Mm.
eventually got up to.
It got up to 79 cents or 80
Oh,
cents
well, yeah,
at its
yeah.
peak when I think when I sold mine, but I bought mine for a fraction of a penny.
Okay, you ready? Four. What did you think about this cover art that's in here in the notes?
That's good. See, and boom, boom, great, instant.
Instant. Y'all see the cover art.
Like these mashed taters, we be mixing up instant. Okay, shit, garlic
Therapy
herb.
question. Therapy question number one. Would you rather have a cloud pillow or a weighted blanket that whispers encouragement?
Weighted blanket. Cloud pillow sounds chill, But I love blankets. I'm not gonna lie, blankets are the shit. I've probably got honestly 10 or 12, and my grandma's made about most of them, like fleece ones. My grandma's got skills. But blankets for life, bro.
My
Blankets are the
grandma
shit.
makes better blankets on me.
Debatable. Uh,
No.
no, my grandma's got some skills, bro.
Mm, my
That's
grandma will fuck
fine.
your grandma
That's
up,
fine,
dude.
dude. Don't say that.
She's from Philly, dog.
My GG chilling, bro.
She might
Friends.
get she might get shanked with a crochet needle.
That's not cool, dude. Carol's just vibing, doing
I
her
mean,
planting.
I only have like a little blanket. That's right. From when I was like 6 that my
Oh,
grandma made me, and I still have it.
she would make like big knit blankets, like awesome ones. So she made me one that's Kelly green one time. Like she's still vibing too. Birthday's coming up. Shout out.
My grandma chain smoked, power smoked, really, with Walt Disney, you know, and she died a long time ago. I thought she was 80, but I think she was like 42.
Damn.
I'm just kidding.
Um, well, because with the job my grandpa had, my grandma's got wild pictures. Because I said she went to like Nancy Reagan's birthday party at the White House because my grandpa was a beat writer for the AP back in the day. But she's like,
Fake news, AP, fake news. It's called Gulf of America.
oh, sorry, Gulf of America.
Get the fuck out of the White House if you can't say it.
Damn,
That's what happened to them.
Stephen Miller.
Dude. I just saw some clip of some guy. He was Stephen Miller's poli sci professor at Duke in 2003, and he said that he asked Stephen Miller what he wanted to do when he got older, and he said he wanted to be number 2 in the White House, and he said when you want to do that by, and he said within the next 15 years, and then he said who like for what president, and he goes I don't know, maybe Donald Trump. 2003. This dude must
Creepy,
be stopped.
creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, cloud pillow though that one doesn't
Cloud
sound
pillow is
that
not
great.
chill, isn't it? Just water.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like,
What's
oh, if
chill
it's like
about a cloud pillow?
unless it's like an
You're just
actual
drowning.
like fluffy, it's like a cartoonish style cloud that would be comfortable. Like because it's a cloud pillow, so maybe it's like a cloud from like Aladdin or some shit. And you like sleep on it. It could be soft, but I'd much rather have a weighted blanket because those are nice and they're expensive, whether it talks to you or not. And it's whispering encouragements. Like I'm my best dreams ever. I'm gonna wake up rested, take a little power nap. It'd be like a power encouragement nap. Like, damn, I had a bad day, and it'd be like, yeah, slow down, man. Tuck in.
What kind of accent does your weighted blanket have?
Ooh, I don't know. I think I'd rather it just not be a dude based off of just like I'm snuggling with the blanket, right? I mean, it could be, but I'd probably rather it not. I don't know. Probably some goofy, like a wild accent though, something cool. Nothing aggressive, so no like German, anything like that. That'd be a little too tough. It'd have to be English, but it could have an accent.
Like New Zealand?
That'd be tight. That would be good. There are some of the nicest people in the world. So you have a New Zealand encouragement
You just
blanket.
have the Prime Minister of New Zealand, that woman, just talking to you.
Would you like a cloud pillow, a weighted blanket, or a human pillow?
A
uh,
human pillow.
yeah, that whispers encouragement that looks like the Prime Minister of New Zealand.
I mean, if it's the same person that we're talking about, she's pretty cute.
No, that would be a good accent. Or
Yeah.
if it was like, yeah, that'd be, and there are the nicest people. Allegedly, some of the nicest people. I have a buddy
Is
who,
that is that in the rankings?
yeah, they're ranked some of the nicest people live in New Zealand.
Mm.
They've been at like the top of that for a long time. One of my buddies, Bo, shout out Bo, used to wait tables with him way back in the day. He last year got his New Zealand citizenship. He's lived there. He like moved there. He like got a
I
job.
didn't know that.
Yeah, so, no, different
I
Bo,
was
not a
just
Bo.
oh
I used to wait tables with in Austin. He like went over there, got a bar gig for like a summer, and just chose to stay. married some chick, has a kid, whole life, family, and he got a citizenship. Like,
That makes sense to me. I feel like if I went to London, Australia, New Zealand for like an extended period of time, I probably wouldn't come back. I probably just because I probably just meet some hot chick. You know, it's like then I'm like, what am I gonna do? Leave this hot Australian chick so I can go yell at ICE in the streets? No. Therapy question number two.
heard it here first.
Would you rather sweat minty freshness or smell like baked bread?
See, that's tough. That's tougher than you think because sweat minty freshness. That means when you're like out there vibing, you get sweaty, you're gonna smell good. You're gonna smell minty. Not everybody likes mint, but that's not a bad thing. That means at your
It's like that.
stinkiest
It's like
moment,
that tea tree smell.
at your stinkiest moment, you're gonna smell the best. But that means when you're just room temp and chilling, you're gonna smell like whatever you smell like. So you can still smell like shit. It just depends on if you're sweating or not.
Dude, we need to get a deodorant ad right now. Right now. Start paying your boys. At your stinkiest moment, you're smelling your best.
That's pretty good.
Dude, I mean, come on. Get us in a fucking writer's room already.
But yeah, at your stinkiest, you'll smell your best. But other times, you're gonna smell however you smell. And it's not necessarily going to be, you can smell shitty and get BO and not be sweating your ass off. You could get overconfident in the minty freshness. I don't need to shower
Okay,
because I
maybe
just sweat.
if I'm smelling shitty, then I'll go run. Your boy's now mini fresh.
Yes, but that doesn't substitute for bathing. You can't just not bathe.
No, I
now.
agree, but why would who's not bathing in this scenario?
I'm saying you could get
I
overconfident.
don't know if I want minty sweat all over me all the time.
Exactly. What I'm saying is you could get overconfident in the minty freshness that you produce. And then therefore be lacking in the rest of your game. And next thing you know, you smell stinky. And you're like, nah, bro, I sweat minty freshness. And they're like, yeah, right, dude, you smell like ass.
No, man, I'd say this is what I would
Every
warn
time we tell you to take a shower, you go run around the block and come back.
No. Isn't it easier just to take a shower?
You could. I'm not saying you
Maybe-
might. Some people
maybe-
might. Some
maybe I-
people might. Some people might not.
Okay, well then think about when you're getting your fuck on, you start sweating. You know,
That's
Not all
like
minty.
some people would use some superheroes use their super strength to do shit. Some of them are in like weird sideshows or become bad guys. You could use the minty freshness. It could work against you. Is all I'm saying. Now, baked bread. Everybody loves baked bread, and that'll be weird because you would have a good smell. No, the smell of fresh baked bread is awesome.
No shit. I'm just
Right.
trying to think. I'm trying to think. I do love walking into a Subway. I used to not.
Well,
Then
but
then
Subway
they start baking the bread.
Subway's got their own. They have their own distinct smell, but just regular, just baked bread, not bad. No one's gonna say that you smell stinky. You're gonna have a unique smell all the time. Car's always gonna smell good, and then that would stay with you forever. So whether you were sweating,
Think
not
about
sweating,
well, think about when you are sweating, heating up with the baked bread. Now
you
again,
smell like
when you're having-
sourdough.
I'm always going back to
Delicious,
when you're having
delicious.
sex. You're having sex, smelling like baked bread.
No one will be able to finger point what it is because they won't know. They'll be like, "What does that smell?" You'll be familiar, comforting.
Finger point it. We're having sex. It's me.
Yeah,
I'm on top of her.
I smell like fresh baked bread on a Friday afternoon, bro. Let's go.
Well, but your boy over here smells
Banana nut. We banana
minty
nut.
fresh.
We smell
you-
like
are you-
banana nut
Are
tonight.
are you modulating which breads that you smell like?
And in this idea in my head, the breads will switch up every day. A different bread. Smell like
Switch up
raisin
according
bread.
to what? According to what?
Pumpkin
Randomness?
spice bread. You just shit. You turn that on for the holiday. Oh, I'm turning on my pumpkin spice bread.
Pumpernickel? Is that a bread?
Ooh, yeah, maybe. If not, it should be. It is now. Smelling like poppy. You know what I'm saying? Poppy seed. Call me Poppy. I got poppy seed bread, baby. Fail a drug test right now. Because I reek of poppy seeds. But
I don't
no,
know. I'm going minty fresh.
minty fresh is good. But I'm saying baked bread, low key, could be great. Could be
Okay,
clutch.
this is the thing. There's mint scented body washes and shit. There's no baked bread body wash.
Exactly. That's what I'm
So
saying. You'd be
I
unique.
feel
No
like our
one's gonna be
overlords.
no.
I feel like our Old Spice overlords already decided this for us, dude.
No, or we're opening up a whole new era, and they say it's gonna be Cinnabon Old Spice. Boom. That's a baked bread. You
Somebody
smell
did
like
tell me.
cinnamon rolls? I'd
Somebody
smell like
did tell me
cinnamon
to do.
rolls.
Yeah, somebody told me to do something like where you make your like cologne smell like baked goods.
I'm just saying. So me and this dude would vibe because I get it, and is there something comforting, homey about that
Nah,
scent?
it's like a trick, man.
And
Trick
people
on
wouldn't
these
be able to.
girls.
No, people wouldn't be able to figure it out. They'd be like, "What does that smell? It smells so good." And you could almost claim that it's not you. Be like, "What are you talking about?" Because you're not
Yeah,
putting
but
anything
like it
on. This
smells like
is
you've been
just
at
my
the
scent.
airport, bro,
I
spending
just,
$20 on a fucking cinnamon roll is what it
I
smells
just smell
like.
like baked bread, bro. That's it. I just don't know why. And
Yo, this ain't COVID. Put your sourdough back in
you'd
the
have a unique
motherfucking
scent.
jar.
People would dig it. They'd be like, "I fell in love with this dude, and he smells like bread, bro." And then her girls be like, "What? You crazy?" It's like, "Yeah, he smells like bread. It's delicious.
Therapy question number 3.
Smell like marble rye, like a marble rye bread."
Smell like pound cake, dude.
Damn. Pow,
Therapy
pow,
question number
pow,
3.
pow, pow. That's a booty meat.
Would you rather sneeze confetti
Jesus.
poppers, sneeze confetti poppers, excuse me, or hiccup party horns?
I mean, probably.
Somebody asked me. I did send these notes out ahead of time.
Uh,
Somebody asked to the streets, and somebody asked me, "What is hiccup party horns?" But I meant like when you hiccup, it's like a party horn.
like it sounds like a party horn, or
Like it's a
party
fucking
horn
party
comes
horn
out.
comes out. Like the party horn is like where it rolls.
Then I'd hiccup the party horn. Just cover your mouth and you hiccup, and then no one will see it. If I'm sneezing
Oh,
confetti, bro,
you're gonna get like an ingrown party horn, bro. Like if you keep blocking it,
I'm like cut it off, catch it.
cut it off.
But is it gonna
It's gonna
bleed?
happen
Is it
every
a
time you hiccup.
flesh? Is it a flesh limb body horn?
I would
That's
say,
grotesque. That's
I would
grotesque.
say hiccup. I would say
You're a
hiccup party horn
sick
too.
fuck if that's.
I just feel like I sneeze.
I'm like, nah, bro, get out of here. That's some horror movie shit. Seizing
That's
confetti
what I'm
sounds.
saying.
Seizing confetti sounds terrible and painful.
Confetti poppers, bro.
Yeah, that would hurt. The impact, those are intense. They say do
Plus,
not cover with your hand. There's warning labels
do
on
not
that
stick
shit.
in your nose.
Yeah,
Uh,
there's warning labels. Two
but
warning
you
labels.
also sneeze way more than you hiccup, or at least for me. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't really do much either or.
This person, I just thought about this. I didn't think about it before. This person told me that they hiccup twice a day,
That's weird.
back to back hiccups. At
Suspicious.
once, once in the day, 2 hiccups every day.
That sounds like that's some reptilian shit, dude. Don't trust it. Nah. Every day of my life, I've hiccuped twice. That's an error code. Like, what's wrong? If this is the Matrix, you're not fitting in. Like, you're proof because this bitch be hiccuping twice a day.
This bitch.
I don't know. She's this person.
Who said she was she?
I'm just assuming. And no denial. So this female keeps hiccuping twice a day. Every day. I've been ever since my whole life. That's just I don't know. That's suspicious.
I forgot about that till I just right now it hit me. I'm like,
That's suspicious. What? You hiccup twice a day every day. Do you know what time? Yeah, once in the morning
no,
and once in the evening. Yeah, how specific can we get?
No, they're back to back. The hiccups are back to back.
So she has 4 hiccups.
No,
She does a double tap.
That's 2. That's
Yeah.
2.
She does that twice, or she
No,
just does
just
that
once.
just
Just
once at
Trust
some
me,
point.
I clarified all of this, yeah. And it's not a set time.
So it's just random. It's just an It's an unlimited. It's just like on its own clock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Quantum shit.
Is there anything that they're consistently doing in that time, like hitting a vape or drinking water, or is there?
I would like to say that no, there is no cause for like known causation.
Suspicious.
Okay, I'll investigate more.
Yeah.
I'll follow up on this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
We've been
That's
wanting to
just
get it. We've been wanting
that's
to
just
get into to first source reporting on this podcast. So here we go.
yeah.
I'll go back to the streets and I'll find out.
What do you think about someone who hiccups once a day, every
No,
day,
I meant ask the person.
on a timeline of they remember doing it their whole life? I'd be
I
like,
didn't. I don't know if it was. See,
how long? That's the thing, is
that's
how
what
long?
I need to find out when this started.
I remember seeing those videos of people on the news that like have the hiccups for like 6 or 7 years. That would fuck me up. I'd be like,
I can remember.
is this
I
the
could.
time I get it? Am I gonna be that kid? And then if I had a hiccup like all day, I'd be like, but shit, I get to be on TV. Everybody's gonna be like, damn, who this poor kid got hiccups. That's not bad.
I remember being at my aunt and uncle's inside at their kitchen, and they had a TV inside like where the kitchen was, and like a news thing of that of some dude who'd been like hiccuping for like 10 years. I'm like, and I just being like horrified by that.
Like Deborah Norville in Inside Edition. She was like, this band's had the hiccups for 8 years, and they'd be interviewing like, like I was like, bro, this is fucking me up. So if I got the hiccups, it would freak me out
Yeah,
just as much as the abduction episode of Sightings fucked me up. Sightings, the alien TV show, where they would like do reenactments. Like that show used to mess me up as a kid because I was like, oh shit, what if I get fucking abducted?
you know what I've told you about. You know what I've told you about trauma dumping on the podcast.
That's
Jesse?
not a trauma dump. What's even crazier is I bring that up because I saw a Vice article. I need to find it and I'll send it to you, talking about that episode. And it was someone talking about how that show like terrified them when they were a kid. And I was like, exactly. And they showed pictures of what was, I was like, that's horrifying because I thought it was real. Because, it's like unsolved mysteries that used to creep me out. It was
Well, see,
good.
I know I never fucked with that. Like I knew that shit creeped me out. Aversion. I don't watch horror films. I'm starting to think like maybe I might enjoy some of these horror films, but I still haven't dipped my toe in. I don't
Yeah.
watch Unsolved Mysteries. I don't watch 48 Hours. I watch First 48, not 48 Hours, whatever that show is. Dateline. I don't do the true crime shit except for like Brandon Nassy or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck
but
that motherfucker's name is.
Dateline's like kind of weak sauce. Um,
But
first
no, I
40,
just
first
listen
48 is good. With the
First
old
48 is
school,
good, of course.
the old school Unsolved Mysteries was creepy, and half of it's the host walking around in like a wet alley that's like a shiny floor with brick and pillars. He's in a trench coat and he's like, tonight, and, that would fuck you up. And then America's Most Wanted would get you riled up because he'd be like, hey, we're going to catch this motherfucker. He would come in like super hot. And what people don't realize is the guy who was the host of America's Most Wanted, his son was actually murdered.
Who doesn't realize that? I
Some
feel like
people,
he tells everybody that he will fucking listen about it.
it's
I
pretty.
think he fucking kidnapped the motherfucking son and murdered him.
No, I think they can't tie
John
it.
Walsh?
No, I think, can't remember. It's either, I don't think it was John Wayne. It might be either Gacy or Dahmer. They tried to, they can't like 100% connect it, but they like,
Oh, it's one of the famous ones?
he's one of the original like kids on a milk carton. There you go.
I'm just trying. Yeah, dude. See, no, this guy. And then he got a show. Nah, dude, he did it.
Jesus. His whole career is a fraud.
Yeah, dude. He's like, yo, I got a fucking idea for a show.
What's
I got
more believable?
milk carton sales.
What,
I bet he like went long on milk. And then
what's more believable? The dog the bounty hunter is an actual reformed convict, or in the sense that like he doesn't like do drugs or anything crazy, or America's Most Wanted guy did not murder his son. Jesus.
Are you
Christ.
trying to say that the dog's not clean and sober?
Maybe not. I don't know. But Beth out of the picture, dude. He's got a new girl. He moved on
What
pretty
happened
quick.
to Beth? Did she die?
I think she passed away.
R.I.P. Beth.
She was wild. There's a channel that plays nothing but Dog the Bounty Hunter 24/7. It's just like, I've watched an episode or two before, and I'm just like, how was this so big? Like this was so big. Like the surface scraping the level reality TV when it was really revving up was so simple. Like so stupid. And that was huge. It was just like, yeah, look at this tweaker. He was hiding in a dumpster. I pointed my paintball gun at him. Get out. Like they're not even using real guns. And then Beth's just walking around with crazy nails and weird gloves and her boobs everywhere. And she's just like, I'm going to give you a cigarette, but then you got to tell me where she's at because we're looking for her. And it's just like,
I mean, her boobs were the original everything everywhere all at once, dude. Like, I mean,
yeah,
yeah.
omnipresent
Mm.
Wizard of Oz. I'm everywhere.
Except for real.
Yeah. He was just behind the curtain.
Yeah, but I
But he
mean,
was everywhere.
he had a microphone, dude.
Oh God. On Oz.
One mic on Nas. Wizard of
Ooh.
Nas. Ooh. Why hasn't he done that? Why
I
hasn't he
know.
done
He
that?
gets sued.
No.
Yeah, it'd become out like Michael Jackson bought the rights
Just
to
like
the Wizard of
Wicked. He could
Oz
just do some
for
Wicked
the
shit.
for the Wiz. He like bought all the rights to the Wizard of Oz whenever he did the Wiz. Can't let you do that.
Some bullshit.
I'd love
Though.
to let you, but you can't.
Didn't the Beatles buy his shit, or did he buy the
He
Beatles
bought
shit?
all their shit. He was
And
like,
then
how?
and then I think he sold it though. But it's
Probably.
broke at for some propofol, like a crackhead.
Damn, Jesus.
Final therapy question.
And actually, he did say Michael Jackson actually let Nas sample one of his beats, but he told him he wasn't allowed to cuss on it.
Oh, for the kids.
Mm-hmm.
And we know Michael loves the kids, Good to
Yeah.
see Macaulay back in Golden Globes. Therapy question number 4. Would you rather be the person who gets it or the person who gets away with it?
Um. See, I feel like a lot of people would be inclined to say like, "Oh, gets away with it." I'd rather be the person that gets it. I'd rather understand like whether it be a task, something I'm trying to do, something I'm trying to accomplish, and how to get to that point. I'd rather understand that than getting away with it. In that phrase, it's almost like, what are you going to? How is that going to benefit you in the long run? Right. So it's like I'd rather get it and be like, oh, like it's like people who, if somebody were to sit there and get like super hammered and black out, or driving it, get in a bunch of trouble or something like that, or somebody who's like moving large amounts of meth. If you just keep getting away with it, like how much how's that going to benefit you, with you? Getting it would be like, oh, that's probably not the best thing to do. Like, right? It'd be understanding. There's a self awareness to I get it, and an accomplishment. There's not a negative way you could like really put that in. As or get away with it just means you're skirping by. Doesn't really matter. Like I speed all the time and I'm super dangerous, but I get away with it. Like in what sense? Ticket or you don't crash? Because if you're not getting tickets and no one ever catches you, you're gonna crash at some point. That's not
Yeah.
benefit.
But
No,
you're still getting away with it. You're getting away with it.
then
I don't
that's
know. I
just
got away with I got into really crazy situations when we were kids, uh, that I got somehow out of it. Like I had a cop like when we were at a house party, like a run. I started running. They came through the backyard. I was in the backyard. I hopped the fence. There was a cop on the other side of the fence. I was running. He caught me, arrested me, put me in the back of the car. Uh, got everybody out of the house, lined everybody up on the curbs, called people's parents. Gets me out of the car, breathalyzes me. Somehow I pass it, and somebody else's parents are there, and I just get right home with them. I just go to and just walk in. My parents have no idea any of it happened. Just go right to my room. Shit like that.
yeah. I
Uh,
mean, there's times where I got there is.
that
Do
was
you
amazing.
remember?
That was
Okay,
amazing.
one of the greatest getaways is this was I guess spring break senior year. You'll remember this because you had it. We both had crazy. There was a lot of people with crazy escapes, and you had a crazy escape. We were partying at that cross country kid Nick's house, and his parents had been out of town for like a week and a half, and it was like the last Saturday before we would all have to go back to school. My mom was out of town, so I had people over a couple times. But then I was like, no, I cleaned the house. So we went. You were there. You were there with Maddie B, and
You want to hear something funny? I'll let you keep going, but I got back from Hawaii that day, so
yeah.
I was at the airport that day. And,
So
yeah,
so I had people over, parties at the house, had gotten away with it scot free, was good to go. And I was like, nope, the house is clean. No one's coming over. They get back tomorrow. It's going to be perfect. And I didn't get away with that. I'll tell you why. But we're at that house party, and I remember vividly when I get there, someone's walking around with the flashlight, flashing people like they're pretending to be a cop. Well, I remember I'm sitting inside. I think you were in the guest room with Maddie B. I think you were on another side of the house. But basically, cops bust in. Everybody runs upstairs, which is the stupidest shit ever. I and these like white Air Forces, I run down this back hallway. So I'm sitting in this chair. They bust in. I just get up and bolt and I go out the backyard. But I run down this hallway and it's like there's no windows and there's a window on the door, but it's got blinds. So I just like, and there's a bunch of commotion. It sounds like outside. I bust out this out back door full speed. I see someone get tackled by a cop over here. Everyone's running around and swirling. There's girls screaming. And Nick had like an 8-foot fence. His fence was really fucking tall. He had a huge
you
fence.
love a good fence.
Because it was his fence backed up to White's Chapel, where like Bob Jones and like way it's kind of for the listeners, it's like an old road that was like really nice big neighborhood, but it's still farm field. So on some of those roads in these really affluent neighborhoods, they put up these like fucking fortress rotunda walls that block off the neighborhood, so if someone veered off the country road, they wouldn't crash into your backyard. So he had this huge fence, and I just sprung one jump, was running full speed, and just boom, and dropped my fucking shoe. My shoe falls off. I'm sitting there with one shoe. It's pitch black. I know it's like cow shit fields over here in like a ditch. So I jump down, put my shoe on, jump back up, and hop the fence and just start running. Run across the street. There's other people kind of running, and I hit this patch of mud and slide about 4 or 5 feet and run into a barbed wire fence and catch my hands and just slice my hands open and eat shit covered in mud. And there's a cop that's coming down the road, the back part, and I'm laying down. I'm gonna use short names. Oh, it doesn't matter. But well, Crenshaw's down over there, and then Cameron White's over here. There's like soccer kids. There's like all these randos. We all waited out. Then we hide out there. I make somebody come pick us up. Somebody comes and picks us up, and we leave. You were, from what I understood, you went out a window to
No,
escape. What? How did
no.
y'all get out?
Me and Matt casually walked out the garage, opened the garage door, walked out. People are like running everywhere. Cops are like running after people and like already in the neighbors' front yards. And my dad let me take his Beamer that day, and me and Matt walked and got in the Beamer. I went in reverse, all because the street was just packed with cars because people were there for the party. Just went in reverse slowly all the way down the street and left. We just acted like we weren't a part of the party, even though we were just like clearly walking out of the house and kids. But like it was like that's what I quickly realized, like everybody's running, so they're gonna know that you're like a part of it, right? So I was like, if I just don't do anything, like the cops aren't even looking at me.
True. See, and I was just like, if I clear this fence, I get out of here. They're not gonna hop it. And yeah, there was so much commotion that because I remember sitting down and Weitzel comes running in with the flashlight he was flashing people with. He's like, cops, cops. The cops got in because they didn't close the front door. The front door was like wide open. So I watched them come in. They like pushed
Dude,
it.
I was so relieved getting away there because like I had to convince my dad to like let me take the Beamer and like it was such a big deal and like I just got there and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like and but then like I got away and I was like, damn, that was
I think
close.
they passed out like 32 or like 40 MICs or MIPs
Minor in consumption.
or minor in possession of alcohol. I think they passed out somewhere near like 40.
Wild.
Yeah, something like that. Because everybody went upstairs. They caught somebody hiding in the attic like hours later, like hiding in the insulation. They found
How do you even
somebody
keep
in.
up with that? I would just be like, I already got mine, guys. Thanks.
Oh, but they have nothing better to do. They're like, this is it.
I know, but like at some point you can just get lost in the sauce.
And I'd been
Like,
partying there like a couple times that week or the week previous. I think I robo tripped there. Um, yeah, that was like one of the wildest. That was a great escape because it was pandemonium. There was at least 100 and something people there, at least in the front, inside,
there's a lot of
upstairs,
people, yeah.
and it was like I said, cheerleaders, football, track, cross country, soccer. It was we were all basically wrapping up school, so it was just everybody partying at
Wrapping
this
up
dude.
summer, right?
No, it was a end of spring break going
Uh,
in. So it was the last Saturday before because like we were all off the next day and then we had school. So it was like people got popped that last day before, but his parents were gone that whole week.
Coles.
All right, article time. This is from NPR KERA, brought to you by viewers like you. FTC accuses AI search engine of rampant consumer deception, stealing our money. Search engine powered by artificial intelligence known as Pearl promotes itself as a distinctive service. It offers up answers generated by large language models. Then a human gets involved for follow up questions and fact checking. There is one problem. According to a lawsuit by the Federal Trade Commission on this is actually from the 13th, so it's a couple days. No, it's today. I'm sorry. My days are all scrambled, man. I'm working too much. Um, yeah, it was filed on Tuesday. The company's offerings are alleging a ploy to lock customers in, reoccurring charges they don't want, a scheme that ensnares hundreds of thousands of people that federal regulators are calling rampant consumer deception. Is this shocking to you? Like, I'll read more, but I'm not
No,
shocked. Yeah.
no.
How the federal investigators say it worked. Someone browsing the web clicks on an ad related to their online search and arrives at one of a host of landing pages the company operates. Some of the domains include justanswer.com, askwomenshealth.com, askalawyer.com, pearl.com, and hundreds of others. Then an assistant chatbot known as Pearl asks further questions about the search before sending the user a form to join the company's question and answer service for either $1 or $5. Once credit card information is handed over, the company starts milking consumers, according to the federal complaint. Just Answers charges consumers both the 1 and the 5 to join, and specifically higher monthly subscription fee immediately at sign up. Damn, that sucks. According to the suit, the federal regulators say which began in 2022. So they've been investigating these guys for a while. The unwanted monthly fees, which can be as high as $79 to $80, continue regularly until the month or every month until the consumer cancels, something that is revealed in the fine print above the large orange button that says confirm now. I mean, that's not that shocking to use an AI bot to scam people out of $80 every month. Those are
Get
some
used to it. Get used to it.
yeah, but like just askalawyer.com, that's sketchy as fuck, dude. Like, oh,
Have you used that?
no, that's just like a wild like angle to take. Like, I'm gonna pretend to be a lawyer and rip you off. I'm gonna pretend to care about women's health. I'm just gonna do you just want answers, taking your money, bro.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh
that's like what the Russians would do, like on like just disinformation. Like the people who were like mostly responsible for this like petition for California to secede from the nation
yeah,
was like a Russian bot farm.
of
But
course.
then they were like, but then also so was Texas, you know. And so it's like they didn't give a shit like what side it was. They're just like moms, like Californians, Texans, just get everybody in the United States riled the fuck up.
Yeah. Um, where is it? Yeah. A federal investigator said this profit dumps hundreds of thousands of has duped hundreds of thousands of customers, which the suit says led to a flood of complaints describing the company's scammy behavior. The company's CEO, Andy Kurtzig, was aware of the consumer deception and refused to make any changes according to the suit. In a statement, a Just Answer spokesman said he was disappointed with the lawsuit after having engaged with the FTC for nearly 3 years. We clearly publish our pricing and model up front and make canceling simple and convenient through multiple channels, including a 24/7 toll-free number, live chat, email with one click on the website. No. They have seven. Just Answer has 700 employees and has raised around 50 million. This is like, I don't know, like a magazine subscription. Like, and they'd be like, oh, sign up for this magazine subscription. And, the first one, you get pick 10 magazines you want. And then someone would sign up. Next thing you know, you're getting charged like a shit ton for all these National Geographics. Everybody's parents got scammed at that shit. Or you bought like Encyclopedia Britannica.
Weren't we the ones selling the motherfucking magazines?
Maybe. You could have been like, but that'd be for the school.
I definitely
so
sold magazines.
That would be for the school. That was for the school. That was different.
Dude, they had us like selling shit for them. Like, what is happening?
Yeah, and they'd be like, if you sell enough shit, I'll give you a pizza party, bitch.
Or no, ours were crazy. Like getting like a fucking cash machine.
Oh yeah,
like,
you gotta get all this. Yeah.
Dude, I just saw somebody video, and they took their shirt in a cash machine and just went like.
Just pulled your microphone out. No. Well, kind of. They're a mess. Da 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 da
About now.
And we're back. So you were saying that somebody with the shirt at a change machine just dumping money?
Not a change machine. It was like it's like when you're in the booth and they do like the cash.
Oh, and they spin it. Yeah.
No, like it goes in the air.
Yeah, and you can like collect it or whatever. Yeah.
So like he put his shirt out.
I saw that
and
guy.
Then, And as soon as it goes up, and then he closes it, so it goes up into his shirt, not like he's catching it with his shirt.
Yeah, I saw that video. He got hit a lick.
Genius.
Yeah.
It took how many years? Like I used to, but I never got in the cash machine, but I always thought about it. I always wanted to. Just couldn't sell that.
I always thought about getting in a box full of money swirling around. I haven't done it yet.
Did you get Weeblos? You know what I'm talking about?
Weeblos.
They're like little like. No. Okay. Never mind.
No, it sounds familiar. I just don't. You gotta.
I don't really know what I'm talking about. Like I'm just thinking about this child labor that they put me through now. It's just like all flashbacking in my head. There was like these different ones that you can like earn, and then you get different prizes. Like I just remember being jealous of the people getting the cool ass ones. I don't know. I'll have to look into it. Joseph's looking it up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. There's
some silence.
Some weird shit that popped up.
Okay.
A lot of weird shit. I left the O off. I mean, I left the W off. I was like, okay, I'm gonna look up Weeblo. I was like, wait, I'm not doing a W. No W's.
I mean, that is also like if you're in the Boy Scouts, you're a Weeblo.
Former FTC chair Lena Khan, whose investigators started the probe into Just Answered, railed against such corporate behavior. She brought similar actions against major tech firms, including Amazon, which the FTC said had developed dark patterns to trick customers into auto-renewing their Amazon Prime subscriptions. Some of the most common scenarios where we see the problematic dark patterns presentations on the internet today involve getting users to agree to a maximum data sharing through confusing prompts. A professor of Penn State Law said, who specializes in internet regulations and situations where users, they agree to recurring transactions or get trapped by an inability to figure out how to exit, even though they were promised that they could cancel anytime, which is super true. I mean, that's nothing new. I mean, that's half of the American cancel anytime. If you have to tell me that means I can't cancel anytime. So shut the fuck up. right?
Rocket Mortgage does it for you. Start paying your boys. Dan Gilbert.
Damn, calling them out. FTC and state attorneys, attorney generals sue companies that employ unlawful dark patterns pretty frequently. Yet these dark patterns can be really profitable. Can be a really profitable way of ripping off customers because some customers won't notice the charges or won't seek refunds promptly. True. Oh, Scott Adams, a controversial cartoonist behind Dilbert, died at 68.
I saw that. I feel like I was just talking about Dilbert.
Because he was always saying like crazy shit. He went off the deep
I
end
was
and
trying to
became
tell
like
that
a
to somebody.
mega Trumper.
Nah, that's what I thought. That's the same guy, right?
Yeah,
I thought, yeah, that's what I was trying to say to this person, but no, like their dad or grandpa, their grandpa worked on the animation for the TV show, but I forget if it was Dilbert. It was like one of the comics.
this is an article from the AP by Paul Wiseman, bringing charges against the Fed. What we do and don't know. President Donald Trump has dramatically escalated his confrontation with the Federal Reserve. His Justice Department is investigating and threatening a criminal indictment of the independent central bank and serving it with subpoenas. This is crazy. The dispute is about obviously Chairman Jerome Powell's testimony to Congress in June over a cost of a massive renovation to the federal building. So they're basically suing him for wanting to do renovations. I think your dog's out, dude, and dreaming hard.
Yeah, she is.
Dreaming hard. She's going
She,
at it.
yeah, this is a nightly occurrence where she be running in her dreams. Um,
Yeah, Topanga does that all the time.
but also she probably has PTSD.
Okay.
Uh, uh, so there's a fucking clip, right, where Trump tries to claim that he's like, it's supposed to be like 2 point something billion, and he's like 2 points. Let's say it's 2.7 billion. I don't have the numbers in front of me. And Trump says like, nah, now it's supposed to be 3.1, and Jerome Powell's like, no, no, and then Trump's like to the guy next to him, he's like, give me the paper, give me the paper, and then he hands him the fucking paper to Jerome Powell, and they both have hard hats on at this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And Jerome Powell looks at it. He goes, no. He goes, no. He goes, you added the third building in there. He goes, oh, the third building exists. And he goes, yeah, it was built 5 years ago. and now, and now they're doing this. And then our boy Tom Tillis, Republican senator, is like the only one who will talk shit to Trump, but he's even like half-assed half the time. He says that he won't because Jerome Powell's term is up in May. So Trump, first of all, Trump's the one who fucking put him
Yeah.
as the chair. And their shit goes for 10 years. So I guess right or eight. I
Yeah.
don't know. It goes longer than it's supposed to. Like, anyways, doesn't matter. So Trump put him there for the first time. His term's up in May, and Tom tells the senators going to block because the Senate has to approve whoever the president nominates for the chair of the Fed, and he's saying that he's going to block any nominations until this investigation is over, which is good. But and then there's the heads of central banks like all across the world are over here talking shit, and we're supposed to be the fucking sane country, you know? And like this is the first time this has ever happened, man. Like it's like like Trump's trying to get him to like lower interest rates because he thinks, because it's like he thinks it'll be like it will be like for a half second an adrenaline shot to the economy, but then all of a sudden inflation just skyrockets, prices skyrocket, and we're just like in way bad, like worse shape. That's why the
Yeah.
Fed's independent, so you don't have like a president who's like got bad polling because the economy sucks because he didn't fucking lower the prices like he said he would. Instead, he's like taking over Venezuela, like um, so he can't just do shit like that, like and the fact that the interest rates are the lowest they've been in like 3 fucking years, like they're low, like it's like and we just got the report today. Inflation was 2.7% in December, so it's not at the 2% that they want. Prices are still going up 2.7% annually.
Yeah, I mean they inherited 3% and they've been at 3% until December at 2.7. So it's
Yeah,
not like it's gotten any better.
Right.
Actually, and
I think it
actually,
was
hold
below
on, hold
two.
on,
It
hold
was
on, hold on.
below
No,
three, I think.
no, and actually, this is the truth on it. It's still at 3%. We don't know what it is because they won't release any of the data. They say that they can't give an accurate estimate of what it was or what we've been doing because of the government shutdown.
Well, that
And
was those months, but the December one did just come out. But
allegedly,
yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah, like for like October and
yeah,
it's like September, October, November. Like they're like, oh, government shutdown. We just stopped. And it's like, yeah, it's like, no, dude, you guys can figure that out. You still got the fucking information. You can backlog it. Like it's just that it probably sucked. Probably
yeah.
sucked. And this economy does suck, dude. If we didn't have AI, like investing, like
If we
we'd be in
didn't
a
have tech
recession.
billionaires trying to like take over our planet and like
We'd already be in a fucking recession.
scan our faces, if it wasn't for Peter Thiel and
Right.
Palantir, we'd be broke.
Okay, and then this is a secret that I don't think Republicans will be able to articulate, but maybe. But the job numbers
Yeah,
are going to be low because of the border, because we just stopped letting immigrants in. So they're going to be low anyway. So we'll see if they'll be able to sell that. But even with that, the job numbers are still even low.
yeah.
But when like those days of like hitting like 300, 400,000 a month, you're not going to see that in the Trump fucking term. I guarantee that. Like, and that's going to start to like, I mean, it's hard to get a job, you know, right now. And like it used to be easy and prices and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, and we all think Trump's is just going to handle like the next 3 years like smoothly. It's going to get better. Doubt it.
Mm-mm. Threats of charges arise, yeah, from a 2.5 billion renovation. But like I said, the Fed is separate and it operates separately. There's a lot of people. What Scaramucci was talking about, he's like, I just think Trump's going to be the next chair of the Fed, and I think he would love. I think he would love if he could do that, but that's terrifying. Then the president, yeah, would be able to set rates, do all that. He's also talking about cap.
He wants to move the rates down to 1%.
Well, he's also capping. He's saying he's going to cap credit card interest rates at 10%.
That'd be tight.
Yes and no, because it depends on when you look at it. So, from what I understand, and this is, credit card companies. So if you are like me and you have a credit card but you pay your statement, I'm never paying interest rates. They don't make any money off of me. So like I don't like the interest rates is where those credit card companies make money, right? They run
No,
for
no, no, no shit. Yeah.
yeah, so they run for profit. So if you cap these, you're going to be limiting the amount of people. It's going to be harder to qualify for a credit card for people. So some people are going to get tossed off their credit cards, not have them anymore, be slapped with a shit ton of debt, and that shit's going to go straight to collections. So there's going to be people who have credit card debt that is not caught up at a high interest rate.
Bro, you sound
Hold
like
on.
a shill for the credit card companies
No,
right
no, I'm
now.
just being honest. I'm just saying because you're also going to be.
Unless
Hold
we
on.
can't charge them
Hold on.
25%.
Hold on. No, I'm not saying that that's necessarily correct, but there's some people, like the average is somewhere around like 18 to 20%. There's some people that don't qualify that pay a higher interest rate to get into the market of building their own credit. You're going to be eliminating those
What's the
people.
number that you don't think there should be a limit?
I think that if you wanted to gradually bring it down and put some sort of regulation in it, sure. But I am saying if you do that and you cause the financial
I mean,
collapse
there
of
are limits because it's like predatory, like some of this shit.
so, but if you do, but you could say that 10%, you might crash that market of
Okay,
credit cards, which would be a dangerous thing.
I'm
Not
willing to
for
entertain. I'm willing to entertain what you're saying. Uh, I'm just curious if there is a suitable number that's not fucking gouging people.
true, but I mean, like when I got my first credit card, because I didn't really like have credit because I didn't deal with it like that. I had to like put money down to get a credit card and then pay it off to like build my credit up. But like I had like a high interest rate, so I was always paying my shit because I was trying to build my credit. Like
Right.
some of those options are going to go out the window for people if you cap it, because some of those
But then
companies.
there's other companies now. There's like SoFi and like there's fintech.
Yeah, but do you think that they got into the market
I
without
think
with with the idea of charging less of an interest rate or charging the same as
Yeah,
market share or
yeah,
market
yeah.
value to make their money.
Well, no, because I think that the I'm getting kicked by these dogs. Uh, um, when she like stretches out and kicks me in the back. Um, the the technology gets rid of like a lot of the overhead that makes these companies have to like, in order to be profitable, get those like crazy you know what I'm saying? So it's like SoFi's able to offer loans to people that like Bank of America doesn't approve because they have like different parameters like of like, you know, of why like this person qualifies. And so it's like why like some of these places can offer a higher interest rate on a savings account than you could get at fucking Wells Fargo. It's like why they can afford it is because like their business model is different.
True.
So
I'm
I'm
just
not. So I'm not saying that what you're saying is not correct. Like it's just like,
there's going to be
uh,
two there's going to be two like there's going to be in some way shape or form like two separate outcomes. You're either going to see everybody lower their qualifications to get a credit card and you'll see people's debt expand because they'll be trying to recoup what they lost. Fuck their overhead, dude. None of these motherfuckers care about what it costs them to operate. They care about how much money they can get from us. COVID is a perfect example. Prices going up because of supply chains and supply and demand, and then the prices have never gone down, and
well, I'm
that's
talking about Visa and Mastercard specifically.
exactly. Well, so Visa, Mastercard, Discover, and doesn't matter what company, they'll all expand. They'll if they all drop down to 10%, they're going to be giving those shits away like candy. That's one option. They're going to flood the market with cards to try to continue to make the same profit margins they were making before. They're just going to need to qualify more people. They're going to have to give out more and give more reckless people credit and allow them to put themselves in debt to then reap the cash from them.
But I mean, if you're 10% interest, you're paying a lot, your principal down a lot more than your fucking.
Well, true, but like I said, if I'm paying my principal down for most people, or depending on where you're at in life, I pay my full statement. My
So it doesn't even matter to you what the
so
fucking number is.
true. Oh,
You can get 150%.
and they hate people like me because they don't make any money off of me. So I
I don't
they're
doubt they hate people like you, because one day you're gonna slip, Joseph, and then we'll get you.
and that's what they want, right? So, but so either they're going to flood the market.
And it's also recurring. It's still revenue coming in. It's like still turning. They could still add the money to like the books to like get the valuation up. Like
No, I
they
know
don't hate
that.
you. They hate people who don't fucking ever pay them. They take their money and don't pay them in default. Like that's probably what they hate. They don't hate you.
So either they're going to flood the market or they're going to restrict the market and make it harder to qualify. And then they're going to limit the scope of what they pass out to people and be a lot more, not frugal is not the right word, but a lot more picky about who they choose to give credit to, and it's going to toss a lot of people off. Like that's huge. If you're telling me right now, if on your largest revenue of profit for you as a company
No,
is going
you
to be
know what? You know what?
cut in
It
half.
reminds me. What it reminds me of, it's like pre-existing conditions. That's what
Yeah,
it's like that. It's like, okay, well, if you want them to do that, then a lot of people are going to lose their insurance,
that's a great way of
and
putting it. It's gonna be like
yeah,
a
and it's like
healthcare
if
model
you
for
bring it down
credit
to ten
cards.
percent, then it's like, okay, well, then we're not going to insure you. We're not going to get in, because then credit cards are kind of like insurance. Like we're
It's
we're entrusting, yeah.
oh, I want to apply for a credit card to build my credit. Oh, well, you in the past 5 years you had a late payment on your power bill, so you don't qualify. It's gonna be some wild, almost what circumstances do you come
Or
from?
it's going to check the fucking credit card companies and be like, hey, your standards are stupid. These people qualify. I don't know.
True.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's slippery slope is all I'm saying. There's not a lot of ways that it'll go,
Well, I don't trust. Where do you get this number? Yeah, you're right. They're like, I mean, it's
I do not trust those people to make that decision.
and yeah, and like, why is he doing that? Yeah,
Yeah, like what is the central banking? So what is our fractional reserve banking system going to come up with?
yeah.
It's like if we were like, no, we're on gold standard, and you can't loan out money to people that you don't have for profit plus interest, like because that's what our banks do. If you told them they couldn't do that anymore, they'd all be shutting their fucking doors, bro. Because that's what is it? They're allowed to give out $3 for every dollar they take in. That's crazy.
Well, I think that they adjust. I mean, I don't know what the number is, but like after
Yeah,
the
yeah. It's like
recession, they made them like be more solvent.
well, they could be more solvent, but at the end of the day, like they can. loan out money they don't have and with interest and get it back from you. Like banks are run for profit, not for
Yeah.
money stabilization. So, article number 3 from CBS News: at least 3 Minnesota federal prosecutors resign amid pressure to treat Renee Good killing as an assault on an ICE agent. First of all, can I just like, dude, fuck ICE. I'm so sick of this. This is the dumbest. The rationale that people are putting behind the fact that trying to make it like this woman wasn't murdered. Like, you could, if a normal person did that in a road rage incident, you would be in jail for murder right now. You'd be charged for murder. If you were road raging with somebody and all those circumstances take place, that's just a random citizen there, which is basically what ICE agents are. That dude would be locked up right now for murder.
The other
100%.
way that the other way that I say to look at it, or I thought about this, um, is okay. So let's say that the video exists, right? He doesn't shoot her. Everything happens. He doesn't shoot her, right? Is there anybody who being like, "Hey, you should have shot her. Why didn't he shoot her?" You know, nobody would have said that.
Um,
So why the fuck do we think that he should have? Cause just because he did, you know, it's
Yeah,
like,
Tim. Like Tim Dillon had a good comment. He was like, "You should just show that video to your kid. Go get your kid, sit them down, show that video to your kid, and I bet you your kid says, why did he do that to her?' That's probably what your kid's gonna say. And there you go. That's how you should interpret it, because that's how an innocent person watching that video would
but
interpret it.
Joseph, she's a lesbian though, you know,
Oh yeah, a lesbian. Oh my
and she was in
god.
an anti-ice group, is what my mom told me.
Oh, of course. They got to demonize this mom who just got shot point blank range. Well, she was still driving because she was
Watch Fox,
dead and her foot
watch
was on.
Fox News, dude. That's all they do.
Oh, I know.
But I was saying this in the beginning. I can't believe, well, I can't believe that they're doing this. But like, I was like, okay, if she's a fucking domestic terrorist, charge her with being a domestic terrorist, you idiots. And then I guess they were trying to.
Stupid. Yeah, I mean, I can think of a video, especially him calling her a fucking bitch after he shot her. It
Unbelievable.
just makes it worse. I think of a video. It's not a video. It's an audio recording. Um, this happened years ago. There was this old man who had this house, and there was these two young, as a guy and a girl couple, boyfriend girlfriend, and they used to like break into his house and like steal some of his shit. They were like young and fucking with this old man. Well, he staked him out, sat in a chair in the dark, knew they were coming, and murdered him. Shot this dude, shot her, and he recorded all of it. And after it, as he was shooting her, he was said basically the exact same thing that guy did. Where do you think that guy is? And they broke into his house. He murdered them because he staked them out, waited them, stalked them in his house, and then like finished them off and recorded the whole thing. But he even in that moment, he's like, fucking bitch. Like there's a
Is that
malicious.
why he's in jail?
Yeah, because he murdered him, but he recorded it, so the
No,
cops
no,
heard the
no.
audio.
Okay, well, you keep saying murdered him.
Yeah,
He killed them.
killed them, but I mean that's technically he was charged with murder.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
They
it's
broke into
because
his house?
yeah they were breaking into his house, but it's because of the way he chose to do it. It was not like he wasn't defending himself. He was
Uh,
like he knew what was going on and staked them out. And the audio recordings are crazy because like he's
I'm
talking
saying,
to them while he's
right.
doing it.
So
The
if he,
same,
I'm saying, so it was the way he did it,
yeah, the way
not,
he did it.
yeah.
Yeah, though it's the way he did it and the things that he said when he did it,
Got you,
which
got
are
you, got
very similar to
you. Yeah,
what
yeah.
that police officer said before he shot that mom. Pretty damn similar to exactly what he said to that girl before and after he shot her, because he recorded himself and got locked away for that. There's 1,000 scenarios where something like that happens and the person behind that gun's in prison. If you want to try to use your anti-Muslim rhetoric that you just hate Somalis and you hate Muslims, and anybody that's going to defend these people or stand between ICE and getting them out is a justification to kill a mom. Um, that's just shitty. Like that, you're like, there's no moral justification for murdering anybody, whether it's Charlie Kirk, whether it's this mom. But to compare this mom and then be like, oh, Ashley Babbitt, who got shot by an officer trying to break through a barricaded window during a live insurrection inside the nation's capital while they were chanting "Hang Mike Pence." She got shot and she deserved to be shot. That's completely different.
You think if she didn't get shot, they would have got Mike Pence?
No, if anybody goes through that window, they're getting shot. He told him that. If there's a federal officer standing there pointing a gun all the time, attacking a federal building. If you watch the full video of this
Well,
mom,
at
she's
least they all
sitting
got
in her car.
pardoned. At least they all got pardoned.
She waves one of the guys through. And then the last thing she says to them is, "It's okay, man. We're not mad at you."
Yeah.
She literally was trying to be nice. And then the dude jumps in front. The same ICE officer who got drugged 50 feet because he jumped in front of a fucking car previously and has PTSD from it, counseling type shit. That dude is the guy that shot this woman. So you can't tell me that his trauma from his job is not a direct cause of why this mother's dead.
Well, Joseph, I don't know if you know this. He's in hiding now. So, thanks, libtards.
And what's wild is if a regular beat cop went through something like that guy did. Number one, you're not. It's against policy to step in front of cars. You're not supposed to step
Or no,
in.
or just shoot a moving car.
Yeah,
Is
shoot a moving vehicle.
in most police departments, you don't shoot into a fucking car because what happens? The foot goes on the gas, and then it's just an uncontrolled car. It gets worse.
Mm-hmm. So, but these are untrained officers where they're pumping these guys out. I think they said in
And they're rich, dude. They all get like $40,000 bonuses.
Yeah. Oh no, it's just dudes that are down and out on their luck and
I
need a
kind
quick
of want to
buck.
join ICE just for the bag.
Well, you could join ICE and just fuck with people, but there's a time constraint to
Fuck
that
with
bag.
people
Fuck with
oh
the
yeah,
other ICE guys.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like
Like
drop,
sabotage it,
yeah,
sabotage it.
like from the
Like call
inside.
ahead. Yeah. Dude, what if we infiltrate ICE? That'd be sick.
If you get caught, you're gonna beat the shit out of you.
Dude, but you're a fucking patriot.
True.
That's a movie. Infiltrate ICE,
Like the
sabotage it.
Black Klansman, the Black ICE
Yes.
agent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
But
You're like
no,
a
I mean,
Venezuelan ICE agent.
there's no justification for murdering anybody. And the way that people are trying to justify this mother being shot is grotesque and disgusting. And it's some of the most hypocritical shit we've seen in a very long time. It's super frustrating to be around. People trying to demonize this woman. And look, people try to demonize Charlie Kirk. Absolutely. Did Charlie Kirk say a lot of wild shit and create a movement that a lot of people didn't like because it was Islamophobic, homophobic, borderline racist sometimes? Absolutely. Was he pro gun violence to keep the Second Amendment? Yes. Like people got mad when you quoted what he said when he got assassinated. He didn't deserve to be assassinated for what he said. But if you say what he said after he got assassinated, then it's hate speech. That makes no fucking sense. But then this woman gets shot on camera, and the way that they try to like Christy Nome up there before there's any investigation, she's a domestic terrorist, just trying to spin, spin, spin. Part of me
That's how you know that they know they fucked up. Like it's like they're like kids who are like trying to like lie their way out of like an obvious situation. It's like, bro, I because you called her a domestic terrorist, I know that you fucked up.
Yeah, and she's like the dumbest fucking person in the world.
So
Christy
dumb.
Nome is so dumb, dude.
Dog killer.
Like we thought Bobes was bad. We thought the Bobes.
I
We
never
thought
thought she was bad.
Bobes was pretty dumb, dude.
Hey,
She got kicked out of a live production of what Beetlejuice for giving an over the pants handy.
well, to be fair, I think that they said Beetlejuice 3 times, and there was a thing, you know.
And and then to get kicked out for giving a hand job and hitting your vape, that's pretty dumb. That's pretty dumb.
Who
You
amongst us
get
hasn't, Joseph?
I was like,
Who
are you
amongst us hasn't?
where's the other hand? Um but no, we thought she was dumb, and Chrissy Dome is a moron. She is so stupid, and it's so frustrating, and she's bad at the spin. Like Caroline Levitt, you give her credit, like she tries to do their little spin
Caroline
thing.
Levitt. I was like
She's
appreciating her a little bit the other day because of her dedication to the job.
to like sleazy old white guys.
Well, just no, just
Oh,
to
sorry, I
the
mean her husband, and then Donald Trump. My bad.
just fucking like that she will lie. She will just
Oh yeah,
she's indignant.
yeah.
That's the word. You know, it's like she's just like I don't give. I'm here to sell you bullshit. I'm Goebbels,
She's
and I'm
better
gonna
than
sell you the bullshit.
who was the what was the one lady who was at the White House, the blonde woman? It was like an old carbon copy of her.
I forget.
She's on
Uh,
Fox now, but she was
of course.
pretty good. But yeah, Caroline Levitt, masterclass in like deflection, pretty good at it. Gotta give her credit for it.
Yeah.
So like I
It's
see,
cringe. It's cringe half the time, but it's like okay, she's keeping the straight face.
like I guarantee you, he'd give her like 10 jobs if he could, because everybody else besides her is,
She goes to bat.
yeah,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
goes to bat and she'll fight it out.
Right. And like if she was in those like when she's like in those cabinet meetings when everybody's like sucking his dick, like he's the best president. It's like she'll go up there and she's like actually say some shit like of why he's the best. You know, it's like boom,
Yeah.
this bitch. But whatever, fuck you, Caroline Levitt.
Um, but now we have people, because they're trying to paint her in a certain way, where now there's people resigning because they're like, this is fucked up. They don't agree. It's black and white, plain as day. That's murder. Does she need to be blocking the road? No. Does she deserve to be shot for it? No. Are they out enforcing, or did they get their car stuck in the snow because they're fucking idiots? These ICE agents are so stupid, so antagonistic. Like I said, they're just ego tripping dudes. I swear they're just down on their luck. You give
Well, a
them
lot of them are Proud Boys and the Three
oath,
Percenters,
oath
Oath
keepers.
Keepers,
Oh
all of
yeah,
those fools. You know, it's real quiet on the motherfucking home front for the white supremies. It's because they're nice.
that's true. Didn't even think about it that way, but they all just got jobs, so now they all just have government paid jobs. I wonder how
Yeah,
many. I
now
wonder how many Jan
now they're
Sixers.
all sucking on the teat.
I wonder how many Jan Sixers are in ice.
So many, I guarantee it. All of them.
That's I'd like to see that
That's what
number.
it is, dude. They're the brown shirts, bro.
Yeah,
You know?
just mad Gestapo tactics, and other killing people in plain day,
Yep.
and shooting moms point blank range, firing 3 shots at them. Then you jump in front of someone's car when they're obviously turning. It's just so dumb, dude, and I just don't
But I mean, we
understand.
all knew this was gonna happen.
I know, but it's like, shit, man.
It's the pretext, bro. You got the war in Venezuela, so now you can declare martial law, and then you got the upright, the protests because you're shooting fucking people in the street, and then they can crack down. It's just
See, and that's what I've said is they've been half of them. I swear they're just like gaslighting us. They know they fucked up, so they're lying and then gaslighting the shit out of us. So that way, they want people to go out there and riot. Like they
yes,
want people to
of
go do
course.
something. They, if
It's the same places that he's fucking around in Portland and Minneapolis, same places as the George Floyd shit. You know,
Yeah, it's like what I said is, if there's one, I was how many I said today. I was like, Donald Trump would sacrifice 1,000 cops to, if there was an uprising, he would gladly let 1,000 cops die to take away elections, to stay
of
in
course,
office.
he's
100%.
Putin, bro. He's Putin.
Yeah.
Putin lets 1,500 motherfucking Russians die every day. It's Ukrainians mowing him fucking down. He doesn't care. Same with Trump. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's
He calls the military losers and suckers, bro. Like he gives a shit about the cops. He pardoned everybody from J6. They killed cops.
yeah. Yeah.
Uh, all right,
So, I
yo.
mean, they're all just resigning.
Final article. I put it in here. It's from the Wall Street Journal. The obscure bank collapse that sent Iran into a tailspin. Bad loans to regime cronies brought down Ayanda Bank, accelerating a long-running financial crisis. By Jared Malson. But real quick, so in Iran, they're in the streets. I heard some fucking crazy number of people have been killed, but let's say it's like
Yeah.
2,000 at this point.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
I heard the 12 number. I was like, whoa, what? I was like, what? Was Israel involved? Just kidding, Israel. Just kidding, guys. That's a joke.
Mm.
Um, but
You're
sorry,
not
dude.
wrong. You're not wrong.
No, I know, but it's just like so there was the Green Revolution in '09, didn't work, and then there's been like a little bit like the Masa Amini whenever she didn't wear her hijab. That was a couple years ago. There was like uprisings, but now this is like an economic uprising turned like political, and like it's like more people have died already, and this has been going on for like a couple weeks, 3 weeks. More people have died already in this one than they did for the one a couple years ago that went on for months and months. So it's
Yeah.
like they're like really going after it right now. But in Iran, I know we got listeners, so
Well,
stay
Trump said
safe.
help's on the way.
Yeah, they cut off the internet, they cut off phone service. Uh,
Elon Musk is giving them Starlink for free for now.
but well, just when did that happen? Because there
Today, I
was
saw something about it today.
okay for now.
Yeah, well, because he's like, oh, I'll give you internet. He's like
Right,
an
right.
internet
Like
tooth
try to
fairy.
fuck with the Ukrainians. Yeah,
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'll give you some, and he's like, oh, you made me mad. Never mind. Like he's a fucking
right.
tool. He's
So I
a
don't know
brick.
what the fuck Trump thinks he's gonna do. He put sanctions on any country that does business with Iran. Well, guess what? Like almost all of Iran's oil gets sold to China, so that's another 25% tariff on China. Like, we thought we worked the shit out. We gave them the AI chips so that we could get back to normal so we can sell them soybeans.
And they just were up in Canada. China was just in Canada meeting with, being like,
Carney.
hey, yeah, like you should chill with us.
Yeah, of course. Well, duh. That's what
Yeah,
happens here.
they're just gonna
Uh,
fill the void.
Yeah, and we pulled out of like 32 fucking international treaties like last week, and it's like in Russia and China are in all of them, so it's like they're just gonna move in, bro.
Yeah,
Tight. Okay, so this I'll just go to the article. The biggest harbinger that things were about to fall apart in Iran didn't come from the thwarted anger of the country's opposition or the frustrated hopes of young people hungry for more personal freedom. It came from the collapse of a bank. Late last year, Allende, I don't know if I'm saying that right, Allende Bank, run by regime cronies and saddled with nearly $5 billion in losses on a pile of bad loans, went bust. The government folded the carcass into a state bank and printed a massive amount of money to try to paper over all the red ink. That buried the problem but didn't solve it. Instead, the failure became both a symbol and accelerant of an economic unraveling that ultimately triggered the protests that now pose the most significant threat to the regime since the founding of the Islamic Republic half a century ago. The bank's collapse made clear that the Iranian financial system, under strain from years of sanctions, bad lending, and reliance on inflationary printed money, had become increasingly insolvent and illiquid. Five other banks are thought to be similarly weak. The crisis hit at the worst possible time. The Iranian government's credibility had already been battered by a 12-day war with Israel and the U.S. in June and showed it couldn't defend its population from attack. Its leaders had refused to budge in negotiations over the country's nuclear program, putting sanctions relief out of reach. In November, Israel and the U.S. threatened to strike again if Iran tried to reconstitute its ballistic missile arsenal or nuclear efforts. The country's beleaguered currency, the rial, tipped into a new downward spiral the country had little ability to stop. U.S. enforcement actions had cut Iran off from its crucial flow of dollars from Iraq, significantly reduced its hard currency earnings from oil sales, and put its overseas reserves of foreign exchange out of reach with sanctions. After decades of engineering workarounds and using shadowy flows of cash to keep the country's battered economy functioning, Tehran had reached a dead end, and with no tools to address a deepening economic crisis or meet the needs of an increasingly desperate population. Hundreds of merchants who don't typically join the country's mass protests took the streets of Tehran to demand relief. This was a very well connected bank, corrupt, etc., which underscored that the banking system in itself is a channel for enrichment of well connected, said Adnan Masrai, a former deputy director of the Middle East and Central Asia Department of the International Monetary Fund. The failure of the bank added to what they called a crescendo of the loss of legitimacy of the regime following the Israeli attack. Ayanda Bank was founded in 2013 by Ali Ansari, an Iranian businessman who merged two state owned banks with another he founded previously to form the new lender. He hails from one of the country's richest families and owns a multi-million-dollar mansion in North London. Politically, he is seen close to former conservative president Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. Fuck, I forgot how to say his name. Ma-
Aminadaj,
Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. Yeah,
Aminadajad. Yeah.
yeah. The UK sanctioned Ansari last year, just days after the collapse of IND, calling him a corrupt Iranian banker and businessman who helped finance the sprawling Iranian elite paramilitary and business organization, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps. In a statement in October, Ansari blamed the bank's failure on decisions and policies made beyond the bank's control. Allende offered the highest interest rates of any Iranian bank. Oh, don't hire. They got the interest rates are too high, bro. Attracting millions of depositors and borrowing heavily from the central bank, which printed money to keep the institution afloat, economists said. Like other troubled Iranian banks, INDA had a large number of non performing loans, one of a range of factors that eventually drove it to failure. The largest investment was the Iran Mall, which opened in 2018. Investing in malls in 2018? You fucked up, bro. The project displayed an opulent excess that made little sense amid the stagnation of the rest of the Iranian economy. Twice the size of the Pentagon, the mall is a city within a city with its own IMAX movie theater, a library, swimming pools, and sports complexes, along with indoor gardens, a car showroom, and a hall of mirrors modeled on a 16th century imperial Persian palace. Economists and Iranian officials said the project was an example of self lending, in which Ansari's bank effectively lent money to his own companies. When it folded, a report in the semi official Tasnim News agency, citing a top central bank official, said that more than 90% of the bank's resources were tied up in its project under its own management. Allende came under scrutiny for years from some conservatives and reformist politicians who pushed for the bank's closure and argued that the central bank's support for the institution would drive up inflation due to its need to print money to fund it. It just keeps going, but point is corruption. If it is not with me, I don't stand for it. But if it's corruption and it's with me, I support it.
I defend it. 22, baby. 23, baby. Mother. Real bad man.
I do. I don't know if this is like a great prediction, like Prigozhin or whatever Venezuela, but I do think that this is it
For
for the Ayatollah.
the Ayatollah and the gang.
Yeah. I don't know what's gonna come next though. I mean, they do have like democratic, they have like institutions, and they do like vote for their president. Like it's like kind of shady. Like we're like they like kind of like like have political prisoner, not kind of they have political prisoners and like kind of like force like who can really run. It's not like Russia like as bad, but it doesn't even really matter because the president doesn't have all the say. It's the fucking supreme leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the elections are, I mean, free and fair, I guess, like to an extent. It's the only democracy in the Middle East, really, besides Israel. It's a theocracy, but
Well, yeah, but if the Ayatollah's out,
right.
what?
So, but it
But
could. I mean, we'll
we
see.
let them fill the void and decide what they want to do,
Oh, well,
or do we
obviously,
decide for them? I don't know if that's obviously
we can't decide for him, bro.
exactly. We should probably not do that. That sounds like a great idea. Didn't
I
go well
agree,
last
but
time.
I just wonder what Trump's going to do here. He's going to fuck it up for everybody.
Just leave it alone.
Well, Barack left it alone, and he regrets it when there was uprisings in his presidency. He wishes he might have tipped the scales a little bit more.
Well, it just depends on what degree you want to be there to tip the
That's what I'm saying.
scales.
That's
And
what I'm
then
saying.
now you sound like Reagan. You sound like everybody else who's like dabbled their hand in their shit. Like, I mean, just saying. If you want to, like, if there's people that
Well,
are
he's
on,
okay. Well, first of all, he's already said he's going to do something. So,
yeah, he literally said help's
so
on the
now
way.
he has to. It's like Obama and Syria and the red line. If you use chemical weapons, that's a red line, and then he didn't do anything, and people still talk shit about it. It's like that in the website for healthcare.
Yeah. All the things he did, and that's what he's remembered for.
As far as bad things,
No, in a tan suit. Tan suit.
right. Like when those are the bad things, probably a pretty good president.
Yeah, yeah. The other ones, like with Biden, it's like, is he alive? Is he not alive?
Well, yeah.
Is
But I
his
mean,
son doing crack, Burisma, Ukraine, which is all BS, but still, tan suit, shitty website, didn't bomb
I
it.
think I think you'd say that the 12 years of Biden Obama, pretty scandal free.
In comparison, 100%.
Well, obviously in comparison,
100%.
nobody. Yeah,
But the tan suit
no
was
drama, no drama.
tan
Obama, dude.
suit was a scandal, baby.
That was a scandal.
Lit the world on fire.
He was killing it. That's why.
Yeah, it was a fresh suit. He was good. He's a lefty with a good jump shot, good from three. They
I
were
know.
just jelly. What else you got?
Meditate, bitches.
Make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe, share, leave a comment, subscribe, whatever. We just love that you guys listen and check us out every week. Crazy time to fucking be alive. Fuck ICE. Just gonna put that out there. So tired of the show.
Melt the ice, baby. Melt the ice.
Careful. Just fuck them. Like they'd be a threat. Careful.
I'm working on like a Bob Dylan-ish like protest song. Of course, it's Melt the Ice.
Melt the ice.
That's like what it sounds
Get
like.
it from my freezer box. Yo, you think you are a cop. You wear a mask and drive a Ford, but everybody knows you can't afford to pay for your kids or your house. That's why you decided to leave your spouse and go up and wrangle a bunch of Somalis. You don't understand. This is
You're joking, but this is like what the
every
song sounds
great
like.
man's folly.
Like, people are gonna have already heard the song.
Banger. You better give me a feature on that, dude.
It's almost already over.
Okay. All right. Well, y'all be good. Stay safe. Stay out of trouble. Fuck ice. And actually, you know what? Go love yourselves. Ice, go fuck yourselves.
Shout out.
Recording stopped.